Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. Hey, it is I, JD Young. I'm actually just sitting in my car and recording this. Just driving out, getting myself some lunch, and I was like, alright, what can I talk about? There's a lot of shows and that I've watched, movies and comics that I definitely want to talk about, but I also want to hear from you guys. What do you want to hear about? Definitely check me out on Instagram. You can message me, send me, write a comment under the picture I have there, asking for some recommendations on what you guys want to hear about. I am all over the place, aren't I? And you can also hit me up on Facebook. They're all Time for BL. I do have a Twitter account as well. I just don't use it as often. I'm just not on Twitter that much. I'm not a tweeter. I'm not really into Twitter. So I'm not on there often. But I definitely want to know what you guys are watching, what you're reading, what you're waiting for. I need to check if the Bad Buddy series is out yet, because I've been on the edge of my seat waiting. I'm a huge fan. I've become a fan of his after watching a bunch of his shows from his very first series appearance, where he played. Did he play Book or Frame? Frame. He played Frame. Even though I hated that show, I did love him, and I thought, wow, this kid is definitely a good actor and he's going somewhere. So I'm really excited to see where his career is going, and I definitely want to see more from him. So I'm excited to watch the Bad Buddy series and review the Bad Buddy series when I finally do see it. I also want to try and get away from Thai BL. I feel like there's an oversaturation of Thai BL, and because there's an oversaturation of Thai BL, I mean, there's a good reason for there to be so many fans, but I don't I don't know if I want to do so much of the Thai BL. I would like to be able to do a wide variety. I'd love to do talk about BL from countries that we're not used to seeing BL from. I was gonna say Singapore, but Singapore ain't putting out no BL. I forgot it's against the law. In Singapore, it is. I looked it up just to be sure. Apparently, you can't have a BL show aired in Singapore, Singapore. It's a whole thing. But I looked it up just because I wanted to be sure, is this real? Because Singapore looks like a paradise. And then you look at the laws. I still want to go there. I'm so complicated. But yeah, I want to see BL as well, talk about BL from other countries. I want to talk about, the different filming techniques. I'm sorry, that's my degree. I want to talk about the different filming techniques, the different acting, all that stuff from other countries as well. So I'm really want to get out of Thailand. I also want to get out of America because most of it sadly is pandering. We get some good characters sometimes and some good storylines sometimes, but a lot of it is, we checked the box, we have a gay character, there you go, and it is annoying. I would like some good fully fledged stories, please. Same goes for Canada. But I definitely want to see more South and Central America. I want some African stories, even though I think that's going to be harder. Probably South African, maybe I'll get a couple. I know there is a Caribbean one. I just can't remember which Caribbean country, but I definitely I know I need to watch that. I saw the trailer for it once, and I was like, man, I want to watch that. I want to know where to watch that. It looks really intriguing, and it's different because a lot of you might not know or might know about the Caribbean and its connection with LGBTQ plus individuals, storylines, all that. And it is changing more and more because more and more people are going, yeah, why do I care? It's not my business. But evangelicals keep going down there, man. Oh, I blame the evangelicals. But I want to see those. I want to read those. I want those stories. And I want to know what you're reading, what you're seeing. That's just different from the norm. That's one of the reasons why, even though I have my complaints about boyfriends, and I feel like that comic is too much fantasy, I still really enjoy it because I'm enjoying the fantasy of it. I enjoy the different storyline because that's something we don't get to see often in media, especially when it comes to LGBTQ plus storylines. But please, let me know what you've seen out there, what else I can read, what else I can watch, and what else you'd like me to review, because I would love to talk about it. I'd love to get to know it. I'd love to get to introduce people to stuff that maybe they've never heard of. That's actually really exciting for me. And please, just less Thai BL. Just less Thai BL. It's oversaturated. I'm sorry. It really is just oversaturated right now. Let's get away from that. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. I love you. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, I want to just get a bunch of episodes together. I'm honestly I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I'll be able to get everything out till January because of everything I'm trying to plan, and I'm trying to put pieces together and trying to figure out how to do this. But I definitely want to make sure I get episodes out for you guys, because it looks like this is gonna be my full-time thing. Yeah. I should do an episode about my life. And of course, I want to get Mr. Young involved in a way. Because he watches stuff that I don't watch that also has a lot of LGBTQ plus characters, and I want to talk about that too, because he finds some interesting shows as well. Most of the ones he gets are animated and deal with like American animation as well and Canadian animation, but he does find a lot of shows that have that, and he tells me about it, and it's really cool. And also the video games he plays that have it, and he can tell me about it. I love Iron Bull. Oh, I will grab the bull by the horns. It's creepy, but at the same time, I watched the entire Iron Bull storyline, which is actually pretty short. He is easy peasy, but I love me some Iron Bull. I need to finish Dorian. But yeah, Dragon Age, for anyone wondering. That's Dragon Age. But yeah, he's really introduced me to a lot of that, and he's introducing me to a lot of other video game characters and stuff and storylines. So I also want to talk about that, because I do have my own video games that I play, mostly Sims. And talk about that as well, and how their use of LGBTQIA plus characters in those series as well. I feel like part of me feel like Sims 3 onward does it the best, but maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know. Alright, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for always tuning in. I cannot wait to finally get some full episodes. Maybe I'll just do some short snippet drives of my thoughts of what I'm thinking about and what I want to do while I'm doing errands and stuff. Let me know if that's something you're interested in as well, as I just talk about maybe I'll just talk about little shows on the drive. Who knows? Alright, thank you guys so much for your time. I love ya. See you next time, or talk to you next time. Bye! And remember to make some time for BL.